So this is week 37 and that is a fire. It's Saturday and it was so cold when we got home from dropping Leo off at lunchtime. Only about...
It's June. It's June.
It's still really
It's
cold.
gone.
Well, it seems to have warmed up outside now, but it was sort of 8 degrees this morning, about the same when we got back. And I just thought, stuff it, I'll light a fire. Anyway, it's now absolutely roasting in here. And the sun's coming out and yeah, it's a little bit crazy. Anyway, week 37, so I think week 37, they'd built the house. Week 37 of a swimming pool. And in the immortal words of Theresa May, nothing has changed. Well, that's not entirely true. Actually, quite a lot has moved on since last time, but it's more detail again. So, they've started to finish up the trim and stuff around the windows. And then up here, we've got bits of the ceiling grid coming in. So the guy's been doing that this week. It's really fiddly, especially around these edges here. Really don't want to be that person who's trying to plaster in those small spaces. But that's gonna look really, really smart. Really nothing much has happened outside in truth. So all of these trenches down here are going to be covered up over the next day or two. But in here we've got the first bit, I don't think this was done last time, the first bit of the wall for the shower. So that wall's going to extend all the way to the top. Shower is actually based in the roof, so it comes out of the ceiling. And that's then got like a bunch of shelves that go in the side there for towels and stuff. So in the rest of this room, go down here. Oh, the tiles arrived. So that is one of the tiles for the main surface. We've got a lighter version of that for the inside of the pool. These are 60 centimetres by 60 centimetres, really nice and kind of, they've got quite a nice little texture to them. So they're quite grippy, which is really important. So there's really, I guess, a couple of big things that have happened. So the big one is that this skylight's finally arrived and it's really very, very cool. In fact, I should try and get down in the pool. Let me do that. So it's actually been here for quite a while, but they needed quite a few lads to lift it up because it was really heavy. So that's the skylight. So we've had a bit of rain today, so you've got a bit of a puddle on it. It's completely flat. But what it means though is that the reflections that it's been pushing down here when the sun's out are really cool. And it's making us think twice about having any piece of art now. Not least that the piece of art is crazy expensive, but also I think it might just look too fussy and a bit blingy. The other thing that's arrived, which is really nice, look down here, the olive tree. So the olive tree is going to go in this bay here. I think we might try and get that in next week. So you can imagine that it's got lighting and stuff as well, with really like white, nice cobbles. It's going to look really nice. They've finished tie-backing the walls and things, trimming all that off. There's a wall, I call wall pretty loosely, but stud walling there. So we now know how big the gym is. All this sort of first fix is complete now. So by and large, things are motoring on. So the next week, the ceiling gridders are in to finish doing that. If a lot happens in for next weekend, I'll do another update then, but 2 weeks seems to be about right on this project. Then they'll start boarding it out and then plastering it, and then they can start on the pool. So I was saying to Brian, I think once the plaster's done, then we sort of know we're on a bit of the home stretch, which is nice. But all in all, it's getting there. Slow, but we reckon maybe another 10 weeks. It feels like there's still a lot to do, but that feels more realistic, which means it will have taken a year. And by comparison, that's the sort of timeline we've got in for Port 11. But we're hoping to finalise the decking work next week, and hopefully they can start on that as well. So that will be really nice. We've ordered the outdoor kitchen, we've ordered all the furniture, so things are moving on that front. So yeah, it's going to be great.